Happy homecoming, guys. So, for those who don't know, my name is Letitia, 11th grade president. Just a question. Anybody going to the homecoming game? Alright, well, it's a blackout, so for those who don't know, come out. The game is Saturday at 7 o'clock at Harvard. But anyways, it is always great to have among us old colleagues. So everybody you see on this stage went to this high school, sat in those very same chairs. Today's students, we have a career day panel set up for you so that you may hear from former Stone Mountain High School students and learn more about their career. The counseling department has provided you a list of questions that you may ask. Respectfully, panelists remember to be informative and concise as possible, passionate when speaking about your careers. So as you can see, like a lot of people are just wearing regular clothes, but we have among us pilots, people in the firemen and firewomen that are in the armies. We have videographers, photographers, so everyone in here has a pretty interesting career path that they've chosen to go through, so I'm gonna let them introduce themselves.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Nicole Rankin. Yes! I am class of 95. Yes, Jesus! Come on, yes. And I am currently, I'm an adjunct college professor, and I am a small business owner. I started a company 2 years ago that does leadership development and personal growth. So I am a certified teacher, speaker, coach, and I get to travel the world doing what I love. You go, girl. Yeah.
Hey, y'all. I am class of 1992. I have a son. My name is Megan Wilson, and I'm a professional engineer. Specifically, I'm a civil engineer / traffic engineer for the Georgia DOT. So all those road signs and things you see out there, 285, 85, 75, Lawrenceville Highway, Hugh Howell, Peachtree Industrial, Buford Highway, all my roads.
Hi guys, my name is Antoinette and I'm also class of '05. I'm a nonprofit. I also have my own grant writing business, and I'm also motivating everyone to ask questions today, and I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. No, I'm not a basketball player. I'm actually a personal chef. My name is James Ryan. I'm another '05 alumni.
My name is Adam Young, class of '01, and I am an optometrist, so an eye doctor, and that's me.
How y'all doing? My name is Corey Parks. I'm a retired NFL and CFL player. And I currently am an entrepreneur and I work in management.
Hi, I'm Tina McKissick. I'm class of 1988. I'm not dead. I'm gonna need help walking off this stage. I'm that old. I am a stunt performer for film and television, a stuntwoman for the past 21 years. And I was most recently the assistant stunt coordinator on the Blacklist TV show for the past 2 seasons. And I have also just recently started a nonprofit for stunt women. I am the founder and president. It's sort of like a mentorship program for stunt women who want to become stunt women. Because when I was starting in the industry, it just wasn't very good. So.
I don't know why I had to sit right there. I got to follow that. Yeah, and I'm older. Laura Snyder, 1986.
for 22 years. I started at the bottom, and I'm now the compliance and ethics manager for the
Hello. How y'all doing today? I like that atmosphere. My name is Philip Guthrie. How you doing? I graduated with the class in 2005. Okay. Right now I work for a company by the name of H.J. Russell. I'm a construction project manager for them. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, my name is Justin Williams, class of 2008. I'm in the music, entertainment, and management. My name is Martavius Spicer, class of 2012. I am an entrepreneur, freelance graphic designer, and brand strategist for small businesses. Hello, my name is Bradford Evans, class of 2010. I'm CEO of my own label that I just started, and I'm also a motivational speaker representing my dad, who is the first black chef to win a gold medal in cooking.
Good afternoon. My name is Alicia Robinson. I am class of 2013, and I am a pre-K teacher, and I've been in education for about 7 years. Hi, I'm Atharia Zachary. I'm class of 2016, and I'm a preschool teacher. My name is Christine Sykes. I graduated 2015. I am in the Army National Guard, and I am also in the Fire Academy for Gwinnett County. Hello, my name is Amari Henderson. I graduated class of 2015, and I work at the corporate office for Rent-A-Center as an account specialist.
Good afternoon, I'm J.J. Canty. I graduated 2014. I'm a military police in the Georgia Army National Guard, and I'm also an EMT firefighter for the County.
My name is Ramon Jennings, class of 2014 graduate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a videographer and photographer.
Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Crystal Partee, and I'm an optometrist or an eye doctor. I graduated in the class of 2003.
Hello, my name is Brittany Turner. I am an educator, high school math teacher for the past 10 years. I graduated from the lovely Stone Mountain High School class of 2003.
Alright, so I'm coming to the front in case I can't see. My name is Brandon Barnes. I graduated class in 2005. Veterinary technician at Yerkes Primary Research Center.
All right. So, I love the enthusiasm in the room, but
let's just break it down like a couple of notches so that we can get through this, all right? So the first question that I have for the panelists, everyone does not have to answer, but if you feel led, please do. Does your job require a high school, community college, technical college, or four-year college education? I think that's very important for our students to know.
So yes. Hello. So like I said, I'm a construction project manager / project engineer for H.A. Russell Construction. With my degree, with my job, it does definitely qualify you to go to college, get a degree, get a master's degree, get more certifications. Because in order for you to continue to succeed in my field, you have to continue to just rebuild yourself every day, rebrand yourself, make you better than the next person. And one thing that always will make you stand out is going the extra effort. So high school, college, internships, those matter. You know, two people can be going for the same job, but the only thing that make you stand out from the next person is your experience. And having that experience, whether it's paid or unpaid, it means so much. That's true. Period.
I'm not sure. Can you guys hear this? If not, I've got a loud voice. I can just make it work. Yes, sir. I will just make it work as long as you guys will help me with that by hang tight, just listen. So when I first started with my company, I did not have a degree. When I left high school, I did not go get one. In fact, I had a counselor who is nothing like this guy. This guy will encourage you. Mine, unfortunately, looked at my grades and said, I don't think it's for you. So I did not go, but I got to a certain point in my career where I could not go any further without it. So while I was a single mom, I had to manage being a single mom, going to school full-time, and going to work full-time. Don't get yourself in that situation. You don't want to wait until later on. You will be way busier with way more. Do it now while you can.
So for my career as an optometrist, I did have to go to undergrad for 4 years, as well as optometry school for 4 years. So it was 8 years total after high school. Anyone who's interested in healthcare and wants to be a doctor, you'll go to school after high school at least 8 years, but it could be up to 12.
I know I already spoke, but I want to throw out one other thing.
Listen up.
It does not have to be a 4-year college. There are trade schools where you can go and spend 2 years and make good money with, for example, heating and air. You know, you can go to a year and be a welder and come out making $20 an hour to start. There's a lot of trade schools, so it doesn't have to be your traditional college. But find something that connects with what you love and study for it right away.
Thank you, panelists. Thank you for those responses. So, along those same lines, I'm all about education, right? I'm all about a plan after high school. It does not have to be college, but some type of plan. But I get a lot of students, I don't need math, I don't need history, I don't need language arts, right? I can go and do my job without it. Panelists, what classes do you believe these students need to have in order to do the job that you're doing right now? Can we be more specific, please?
Hello? Well, as a high school math teacher, I'm going to tell you how important math is. As much as you don't like it, real talk, because I know y'all hate it, it's okay. But it is so important for you to know math because you have to be able to problem solve in any career that you are in. You're going to have to take step 1, go to step 2, go to step 3 to get all the way through to the problem. So, no, you won't go see sine, cosine, and tangent on your job, but if a teacher asks you to move from step 1, using sine, cosine, and tangent, to go to step 2, you need to know how to do that. It's just logistics. So math is very important. Math isn't everything. And a lot of these jobs, you have to take a math test in order to get it. And it doesn't even have to be a college-based job. So make sure you stay good on your grades in math.
I can definitely speak for being in entertainment and sports right now for myself. Going into the NFL, my agent got 3%, and I know a lot of people take math lightly, but 3% of 300,000, 3% of that is a big chunk of your money. And now that I'm on the management side and I get 20%, you need to know your percentages. And I know from the entertainment side, we'll say a lot of people don't know, so a lot of people end up losing track of a lot of money. And they end up in positions where they don't actually know their math. And math is money. So a lot of times paying attention, we ask a lot of questions when we class about money. Everybody want to make money, but you have to know where your money is going. And a big part of that is knowing math. So I would highly encourage.
But me personally, we talking about math. It's like a lot of subjects that y'all have no choice but to learn to graduate, and a lot of it, me personally, I disagree with. I feel like me being a grown man and having to build my credit, I'm 29 now, and having to hit walls when I'm 19, 20, 21 with high interest rates on cars because I want to drive and not understanding. I feel like 9th grade, you guys need to be learning about credit. It needs to be a financial literacy class. It needs to be more homework and more things about real life, because history is very important. Things that y'all are learning are very important, but it's things in the real world that y'all are going to have to crash out about because y'all not learning now. And y'all going to have to learn the hard way because we're not teaching y'all early enough for y'all to, there's no reason why we're not having you guys saved in 9th or 10th grade, teaching y'all the guys about secure credit cards and things like that ahead of time. So when you're 19 to 20 and want to get certain things you want, you guys are already set up. But instead, we teach y'all all this stuff, and then 19, 20, you're trying to get a car, and you got this credit card, your credit messed up. So now you're spending your whole 20s crawling out of a hole that you didn't even realize existed because you guys aren't learning certain things about life that you guys need to learn. So a lot of things you guys learning is important, but it's a lot more important things that you guys aren't learning that needs to change. That's just how I feel about the education process.
That's it? All right. So, next question. All right, thank you. So, next question. So I'm asking one about money, right? Since we on math, and so I'm not gonna ask how much you get paid, right? But starting salaries for your career, and then like max, how much you can potentially make in your career choice. So starting salary, fresh out of college or trade school or whatever, and max, how much you can potentially make in your career.
You know what? For me and Cord, we in like management, things like that. It ain't, our thing is based off of belief. Because it ain't no starting salary when you managing or representing somebody. I gotta hope that we can bring in whatever income and eat how we're gonna eat. It's not set, so don't think you're just gonna be a millionaire because you manage somebody or whatever. It's all what you make it for our field of work. That's what I say for if you want to get in any type of entertainment industry or something like that.
Civil engineering, I hire new graduates. Part of my job. I hired 3 last week. Fresh out of school, no master's degree. Starting pay, $58,000 a year. Fresh out of school. 4-year degree. 4-year degree, bachelor's of science in civil engineering, $58,000 a year. Now you start you get your EIT certification, which is fresh out of college. You can add another $3,000 on top of that. You get your PE, which is 5 years. PE is professional engineering license. You get your PE, you can tack another $5,000 to $7,000 on top of that 5 years out of school. You get into management, you're looking well into 6 figures before you're 30.
So some of the folks that work for me, I've got internal auditors, compliance professionals, fraud examiners on my team. Internal auditors are going to be folks that like accounting, that like math, that look into the books of an organization. Coming out of a 4-year, they're gonna start at around 63. The high end is going to be in the mid 100s. The compliance and ethics professionals, less certifications needed for that, just a 4-year degree. That one's going to start out around 50 and go to around 85. And then fraud examiners are going to be folks who can figure out where somebody's stealing money in a company and that sort of thing, investigate insider trading violations, all kinds of things. And that person is probably going to run between 60 and mid 100s again. All of those require a 4-year degree to start with. Each one also encourages and kind of almost requires a certification afterwards. So you don't have to do the master's degree or whatever afterwards. Figure out where your focus is and get certified in it.
I think I talked to a lot of students in here. To start out with, I do a personal chef range around 60,000 and up. But one of the most important things I want to key on is when I spoke to y'all, I said doing your work. So me doing weddings, personal chefs, and things like that, the average wedding start at about $3,000 to $10,000 just for food. So you can imagine if you do maybe realistically 1 or 2 weddings a month, you do the math on that. But me personally, I talk to if anybody's in that I talked to, I think I told you, I'm not moving for at least $500, and I don't care if it's 1 hour, 2 hours to come to your house. So just the math, do the math, and see what the salary is.
Thank y'all for those responses. And one thing I took away from that was, out of all the money that you can make, it takes work to get there, right? Nothing is going to be handed to you. It's not, I get a degree, I get the job. It's all about, like the first guy said, you got to be out there hustling to make it happen for you in any career that you have. So, the last question I have for the panel, and then I'm going to open it up for you guys. I get a lot of conflicts between students and other students. In your job, do you work a lot by yourself or with others? And if you work with others, how does that work for you?
So me as a project manager, I work with thousands of people at a time. Thousands of different personalities, thousands of people going through certain situations in life. And you never know what people are going through in life day to day, you know? And so it could be a day where it might be hard for one person. And me as a manager riding them about what they're not doing, and they're not doing it to how I want it. Sometimes I have to step back and assess my people that's working for me, you know, get a relationship with them, build a relationship with them to understand them and what their families are like and what they have going on the day to day.
As a teacher, I work with many different personalities all day long. I mean, just picture 18 4-year-olds all trying to ask me 15 different questions at the same time. As far as adults are concerned, that's all based on ratio because I can have about 18 kids by myself, but then once it reaches 19, I have to have somebody else in the room with me. And of course, just like everybody else, there's a certain kind of person I want to work with. A certain person, no, maybe not, maybe so. But the point is, be that person that people want to work with. You don't want to be the person who says, oh yeah, Alex is coming to work with you today. But they're going to start making faces because it's you. Don't be that person.
Okay, so now, like, Mr. Belevi, he's gonna pass around the mic and the floor is gonna be open for y'all to answer the questions. But like, if you're paying attention, half of these people are CEOs of their own businesses. So like, for people who are graduating, about to graduate, even now, like, feel free to ask them if you can become like their own, they can become your mentor if they can something like that. Because half of these people are doing things that a lot of us want to do or want to be in the same field as. So the floor is now open. Any questions?
Let's try to stick to the paper as much as we can, please.
UPS is always hard, yeah.
If you couldn't hear him, the question was, do they recruit high school students to work for their businesses? And most of the responses were yes. Any other questions?
Do you enjoy your job?
The question was, do you enjoy your job? Enjoy your job.
Yes, I enjoy my job. Anybody enjoy your job?
I would say I enjoy what I do, so it's not a job. It's a work, it's my passion, it's my calling. So when you can find something that you love to do, it doesn't become a job anymore. It becomes something that you work, and that's what you want to strive for. Find something that you love to do and get paid for it. Period.
I can tell you, for me, I love my job. I truly love my job. I was fortunate enough that in February, I lucked into my dream job. I've always, when you start out, you need to have like 5, 10-year, 15-year goals. 10 years ago, I set my goal to be a traffic engineer for the Georgia DOT. I'm now the assistant district traffic engineer for the greater Atlanta area for the Georgia DOT. So set your goals, set them high, and then make the appropriate steps to get there. Make the best decisions that are in your personal best interest to get there. Don't let anybody else derail you or talk you into doing something else. But yeah, just set those goals high and just keep working towards it. You'll get there and you'll fall into a job you love.
Yeah, I love what I do, but there are definitely days where I don't like doing it. Whether that's like the people I'm working with, how little or how, what their budget is looking like versus how much they're demanding of me. Like it's a lot of different variables at play. I don't believe in absolutes, so I don't expect everything to be great at 100% of the time in anything that I do. So it's like, yeah, you keep the passion, you understand why you're doing it. Your why is really going to keep you in those like days where it's like, dang, like today really isn't the day I feel like going to work. But yeah, I enjoy branding. I enjoy working with, doing this specific task. And that's why, like, if you don't enjoy it though, those days are going to suck 10 times as like. Imagine literally waking up for years and being like, I don't like doing this for years. Like, that's the reality for a lot of people. Like, going back to like what I was saying, like a lot of people die before they're dead, man. Like, and that's a part of that. Like, not knowing your why is like, it's a really big crush. And so to answer the question, like, yeah, I love what I do. I love the ups and the downs, the hills and the valleys. And I embrace it because I learn from the failures, I learn from the times where it's like, I could have did this better, that makes this easier on me, vice versa.
So I absolutely love what I do. I'm in nonprofit. I'm also in the mentoring realm, and also I write grants, which is free money to companies. So it took me 7 years to get where I wanted to be. I knew in high school where I wanted to work. I knew in high school where I wanted my career to be. It just took a minute for me to get in there where I wanted to be. But now, I absolutely love what I do. I work with children and mentoring, giving them a mentor. There's 500,000 children under the age of 18 in Atlanta, and I believe that every one of you all need a mentor, because us as adults, we need life coaches, which is a glorified mentor as an adult. So yes, I absolutely love what I do, and I love the children I work with.
We're going to take like 2 more from the panelists, and then we're going to ask another question.
Yeah, I absolutely love what I do, and he kind of made me think about this. When I was in high school, back in 1988, and I really didn't know what I wanted to do. I mean, I grew up on a farm here in Stone Mountain, and I was kind of a tomboy. I knew I wanted to do stunts. I liked stunts, but it just didn't seem possible. So I did what everybody told me to do. Well, family and people expect you to do, and I went to college. And I'm a horrible student because I don't have the patience for it. It's not what I wanted to do, so I failed out. So wasting that money, then I had to get a job and find a place to live at 19 years old, and that sucked, and I hated it. And I went to work at an insurance company, and it's not what I wanted to do. But I was doing what everybody else expected me to do and told me to do. My mom worked at a bank for 20 years, so she got me a job at the bank in the basement, and it's not what I wanted to do. So I got married. It's not what I wanted to do at 20 years old. But on my wedding day, there's video of me going, Dad, I don't want to do this. And he said, it's too late now. So that's what I always felt like, is that it's too late now. And I did feel that way. And I'm in my marriage, and I'm going to the grind, and I'm going to my job, and I'm here in Atlanta, and I work downtown, and I do the trip, and I hate it. And I'm watching movies, and I'm like, I should be doing that. And it wasn't, for me, it was never like, I want to be a star. It was like, I have to be a stunt woman. I have to. And that's what always drove me for years and years and years. And so after about 8 years of marriage, I said, I have to go. It's not you. It is. It is. But I want to go. And, oh, I'll change, I'll change, I'll change. And my mom and my dad are like, you can't get divorced. We don't do that in the South. And everything was against me. My mom turned her back on me. My dad was on her side. My friends turned against me because they were married. They didn't want to be involved. So I was completely by myself. At the age of 30, I said, that's it. You take it. He was a CEO, a CFO. I don't care. It was never me. I don't give a crap about that. I had a Mercedes. I had a corner brick home. He had a Mercedes. We were miserable. And I didn't want any of it. And I said, bye, I'm taking my beanbag chair, my TV I bought when I was 14, and I'll see ya. And I took off and left him with a Mercedes, a home, everything. Because it was getting too late by this time. I got my first stunt job in Savannah, and that's what fueled me. I knew then that I can do the thing that I knew I needed to be doing. So somebody told me, I was working in Virginia, they said, you need to move to New York. I moved to New York. And I told that guy who told me to move there, you told me move, you hire me. He said, okay. So what my big thing, and I kept saying to myself, if I come here today, what's the big piece of advice that, flashback, if I was sitting there, what could somebody have said to me? Please save me from all of those years of that turmoil and crap that I had to put up with. And it's two things, and you guys hit on it. Do what you want to do. I don't care what she's wearing, you're wearing, wear what you want to wear.